All right, hey everybody, it's Travis Joyner here with Sheepdog Response. Thanks for tuning in. Got a video for you today talking about some empty hand fighting skills and how we're going to combine those with our shooting and drawing. So this is something you can do at home with minimal equipment, like the theme we've been focusing on. Right now I have a heavy bag that I'm going to use to demonstrate. If you have some sort of striking shield, pillows, get creative. As long as you have something you can kind of use to sit on, you can do this drill, or you could do it just on the ground without it. So the position we're going to be talking about today is mount, from the perspective of how we view it. So if this was a person underneath me, I would be sitting on their upper chest or like on their rib cage, and their legs would be behind my legs. So mount is a very advantageous position for striking. Generally, the person on top in mount is going to have an advantage striking someone that's underneath. This is a very bad position for the person underneath here. Whenever we are in a fight, we always want to control position. And one of the things that we want to take into account with ground fighting is maintaining our situational awareness and maintaining our ability to disengage from a situation or create distance if we choose. And that should be at your choosing. So you can look at this from two point of views. You can look at this like, I took this fight to the ground, I controlled position, and I got to here, and then now something has made me change my mind, or some other external factor in the environment has made me reassess what I'm doing and want to create distance. You could also look at this from a point of view of, I was taken down, which it's sometimes that happens, right? Things don't always go perfectly in a fight, so if you end up on your back, getting on top is going to give you the ability to disengage more effectively than the bottom position. So you always want to try and get on top. Mount, my head is up and I'm able to view. I'm able to look around while still maintaining control. Some other positions in ground fighting are good for control. Like when we look at something like a side control, this would be a good position to control someone, but I don't have as much visibility, and my head doesn't have the same range of motion or the same ability that I do from mount. So I have a better point of view that I can turn my body from mount. Now, while it is a good position to strike from, it's a good position to retain tools that you carry. It's a good position to prevent the person here from accessing anything they have, because my hips would be over their waistband, their pockets, areas like that. So good position. But when we talk about mount, if I wanted to disengage from here and separate and get back to my feet, if I just stand up from a position like this, that can work, but I can also get entangled with this person here. If they're grabbing onto my legs, either with their arms, or they're grabbing onto my legs, hooking on with their legs, my attempt to create space could potentially pull this person on top of me, or make it very difficult at the very least just to create space. So rather than coming up to my feet like this, what I want to do is move to a knee on belly position before I disengage. So right now, if I'm sitting and my weight is on my hips or on my lower legs, I need to shoot my weight forward. I need to lean my weight forward to make my legs lighter so that I can move them how I want. I'm going to post either on the person or on the ground, and I'm going to windshield wiper both my legs over to one side. So my weight is driving in on this person's kind of where their solar plexus would be, their abdomen. I'm driving in. This leg is like a shock absorber. So if someone's moving, I'm able to absorb that energy. If this leg is too far away, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm not going to have balance, and I'm not going to be able to hold this position. If this leg is too close, I'm compromised in that someone can grab both of my legs. So I want to make sure when I go from mount to knee on belly that I get a good, perfect position. So I lean forward, I windshield wiper, my foot is hooking the bag, my knee is driving up at an angle, my hips come up, and I have my good shock absorber here. Obviously on a real person, I'd be doing different things with my hands, grabbing, controlling, stripping grips, things like that. So you can see what my foot's doing. I'm here to here. So that's a simple drill that you can do to start learning how to transition from mount to knee on belly. Now, when I go to knee on belly, what I've done is get everything on one side of this person. So it's going to be hard for them to use their legs, which I'm blocking with my shin in front of their hips. And I'm going to be able to like control grips and pin them for being able to grab onto me. Then it becomes easier to disengage. Establish the position and disengage. So once you get that first step, start with just this. Feel your balance, feel if you have base. Feel the position, make sure you have good balance. And then once you get that, start creating space. Control into a good fighting stance. Control into a good fighting stance. So we can incorporate our draw and our presentation of firearm. If you carry a firearm, you can work this into that too. So you want to make sure that if you're doing dry fire, that you're following all the firearm safety rules. Make sure you have a clear and safe weapon, you have a safe location, all that good stuff. If you have a training gun of any kind, you can do this drill. So all I'm doing is the same drill. Into a draw and presentation of my firearm. Nice and slow, doing it technically perfect. Here, 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 to here. Start slow, make sure you're doing the movements correctly. If you need to film yourself, do that. Compare them to what you're seeing in the video. If you need to use a mirror, make sure you're doing it correctly so you're not ingraining bad habits. Now, once you start to get it, add stress in. You can add stress by making this more of a workout, by increasing your pace and doing these skills at a quicker manner. We can incorporate strikes. So from mount, we have a lot of good striking zones here. We want to be cautious of hitting with closed fists, especially when we don't have wraps and gloves and things like that, and the person is on a hard surface like concrete or something where if I miss, I could potentially seriously injure my hand. So consider training with open hand strikes, consider elbows, things like that. Same for knee on belly. Once we get over here, elbows are probably going to be a little far away, but we can still work some strikes. So I'll give you a couple demos of what it will look like at an actual speed. All right, so get a heavy bag, get a pillow, get anything you have, find a spot, and stay training, right? do it at home, do it outside, do it wherever you can, but start slow, get it right, build it up into a workout. So let us know what you want to see future videos. Let us know how we can help you. Until then, stay safe, keep training. We'll see y'all next time.